Yeah. Way up. I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here with me.
Good morning, Angela.
And when I say here, I mean here in Detroit in the D.
Yay!
So when we leave here today, we actually have to go check out this building that we did. It's both of our biggest investments ever.
Yes.
It's in Midtown Detroit, so shout out to everybody here. We've been having a time, but I do want to shout out somebody in particular.
Okay.
And that is my girl, Jessica. Jessica is the person that's really been spearheading this whole project. I met her through one of our other partners in the building, Topeka. And Jessica is a developer. She works a lot on different things. She's from Miami. So normally she works in Miami. But when it was time for us to do this project and Topeka brought her on, when I tell you nothing would have gotten done if she wasn't on top of everything. There's so many details. We managed to get a bridge loan to work on getting this building secured and done. And then we there's a lot I've been learning, and I cannot wait to share it all with you. But anyway, Jessica's the person that's been on top of everyone and everything. And now she's making sure with the general contractors, the architect, that the building is happening the way that it needs to, so that by next year, it's done and ready to rent 30 units.
Woo! Jessica's such a boss, too, by the way.
Yeah, so I love it. I've actually been learning a lot from her, and that's what I really appreciate, working with people who I can learn from.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so shine a light on you, Jess. You've been doing an amazing job, and we will see you later today.
Thank you, Jessica.
Thank you, Jess. Now, 800-292-5150 is the number. Mercedes, who do you want to shine a light on?
Hey, good morning. I was calling to shine a light on myself today.
Okay, talk about it.
I feel like I never really gave myself a chance to thank myself for everything that I've done, and like just coming through hard struggles. I'm a high school teacher, special ed teacher, and every day it's like I feel fulfilled going to work and just making people feel better. So I'm shining a light on myself today.
You deserve it. And every now and then we got to do that. We spend so much time taking care of everybody else around us, celebrating them. You got to celebrate you.
Yes, definitely. So I just wanted to feel the love for myself.
All right.
I love that.
And we shining a light on you too. Thank you for calling.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Hey, Ricky, who you want to shine a light on?
I want to shine a light on my kid's mother. She is amazing.
Aw.
Delavia, she does everything. I'm a truck driver, so my schedule is all over the place. She takes care of everything.
What's her name again?
Her name is Delavia.
Jalavia. That's
Big legs, girl.
a beautiful name.
Beautiful name, Jalavia, big legs.
All
But
right.
she takes care of everything. My kids want for nothing.
That's
She is
great. And that
amazing.
got to be a relief.
Nephews, nieces, my niece, my nephew.
And that's got to be
For the
a
kids.
relief for you being on the road, knowing that everything is being held down.
It's a relief. I just got back from last week, but I called out because stuff that need to happen, and I'm finally able to take my son to therapy. I gave her a little break this morning. I got all the boys, 4 boys, ready this morning.
Sheesh.
Somewhat. She had to coach me, but she had to relax a little bit.
All right. Well, thank you for calling. Shout out to Jalavia.
Shout out to Delavia.
All right, well, that was Shine a Light on them. 800-292-5150. You guys can always call and leave a message so you can make it through to last word. Shine a light on whoever you want. And when we come back, we have Yeetie. We'll be talking about JT, Ice Spice, Little Uzi Vert, all these things happening. What's real, what's not? Did they really get into an argument? Was it over Ice Spice or was it for other reasons? Let's see what you believe. It's Way Up with Angela Yee. Yeetie next.
Yeah, she back at it.
Bring in the Mac.
Way Up with Angela Yee is on.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here.
Yes.
And we are doing Gurus of the Gram. Coach Kai Vinci is talking about cheating. Let's see if you agree.
Giving another woman attention is cheating. Making another woman feel like she has a chance is cheating. Cheating isn't always physical. If you're giving another woman your time and attention, you are cheating.
Once again, is this cheating? It's Gurus of the Gram. Call us up and let us know what you think. 800-292-5150.
I feel like anything that you ain't going to do in front of your partner or anything you ain't cool with your partner doing is cheating. Simple.
Okay.
Okay.
So even if it's not physical, it's just even conversations.
Yeah, even if it's not physical, like it's anything. Texting, sending sending people memes and all that stuff
He
like
tight.
that. If you ain't cool with your partner doing it, you shouldn't do it either.
All right. Well, thank you. Hey, Jessica, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. What are your thoughts about Gurus of the Gram? Is that cheating if it's not physical but showing attention?
Okay, so, first off, emotional cheating is way worse than physical cheating. Let's just start off with that. But also at the same time, it's like a very broad statement that he says. If we're going to be talking about as far as building on, like if you're having an issue with your girl and then you run into the next female, basically trying to get comfort, then yes, that's emotional cheating. But if you like have a friend and, it's like a strictly platonic thing, I don't necessarily consider that as cheating. It's at the end of the day, I just feel like it's all about the communication on where you stand and to make sure like your girl is not like insecure and things like that,
Yeah, it's a fine line. I have to say that because sometimes people get upset over things like friendships that are platonic.
Right.
It's a fine line. All right. So we have Z on the line. What's up, Z? What do you think?
What's going on? I definitely think it's like micro cheating. You're kind of like paying a little bit too much attention to someone that you definitely want.
But you're not touching them. It's not physical.
You're not touching them, but let's say you're liking all their pictures on their profile.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, so I don't want my partner to find out about that. So it's kind of micro cheating.
I like that term, micro cheating.
Yeah, I never heard that.
Okay, I think, okay, all right.
Macro cheating is when you get physical.
Macro is, okay, got it. Macro
all right, thank you, Z. All right, well, that was Gurus of the Gram. So again, thank y'all for calling. We learned a new term today, micro cheating.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I'm going to start. It's a micro cheat. Make that sound like minor.
Also, I found out that liking pictures is micro cheating, FYI.
Yeah, you were asking me that. Mm-hmm. Well, thank you to Coach Kai Vinci, relationship coach, for that Guru of the Gram. Sometimes they're on point. Sometimes we don't agree. When we come back, we have your Yeetie, and let's talk about Kodak Black. He was booked at a jail in Florida, but released, and we'll tell you what the circumstances are. People are very concerned. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
They say it's truth in the rumors.
From industry shade to all the gossip,
Talk to me.
Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
Talk to 'em.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here.
Happy Tuesday, Angela.
Happy Tuesday, Jasmine brand. And as in here, we mean in Detroit, and it's time for some Yee tea.
Okay.
All right, let's start it off with Kodak Black. He was booked at a jail in Florida, but he was released on a $250,000 bond. Now, Bradford Cohen, who is Kodak's lawyer, by the way, I met him when I went to Fort Lauderdale to do a sit down with Kodak.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
We had a whole conversation about everything that's been going on. Now, Kodak, is he's on his pretrial release for his prescription drug case. He has to check in regularly with authorities and take mandatory urine tests, but he did not check in recently, and they actually went to court over this issue yesterday, and Kodak went on Instagram Live Sunday night complaining about that situation. Here's what he said.
I missed the drug test. Nobody notified me. Where nobody notified me, nobody ain't hit my lawyer, nobody ain't hit me, nobody sent no emails or put no hazard alert like he need to come, tell him come, and none of that shit. I'm getting that. I know that's what y'all already waiting on.
Yes, people are very concerned, by the way.
I'm concerned based off of this. I'm definitely concerned.
Yeah, so a lot of people posting it in their stories like, please help Kodak, make sure he gets whatever it is that he needs. And, he is also arguing in court, his lawyers, to get rid of the pretrial supervision. The judge agreed, but also ended up increasing that bond from the $75,000 that it was to $250,000. So that's why he had to do a mugshot and get booked again.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Right. So, there you have it. And Pink, let's talk about her for a second. We've been discussing people throwing things on stage a lot lately. Cell phones.
Yeah.
Jumping on stage themselves.
Too much.
Now, this is something I haven't heard of before. During a concert, Pink was not sure how to feel about a fan throwing a bag of their mom's cremated remains on stage. Here's what happened. This was at the British Summertime Festival in London's Hyde Park.
This is your mom? I don't know how to feel about this.
I don't don't know how I feel about that myself.
I feel like people are, God bless the person that is no longer with us, but I just feel like people are trying to have moments and just outdo each other at this point.
But like your mom's ashes?
Yeah, like.
I hope that it's not really his mom's ashes.
What if it is? It's just too much. I don't like it.
Yeah, that's kind of.
And the thing is, fans start one-upping each other. I'm gonna bring this. I'm gonna throw this on stage. I'm gonna bring my dog.
What about you saw when the singer Ava Max, somebody ran up on stage and slapped her?
What? I can't. It's too much.
Like, people need to be going to jail for things like that. But you're also ruining the show. Because
yeah, you are.
It is going to stop the show. If you come up on stage and slap me, you threw a phone at BB Rex's head. You saw her injuries from that.
It's getting out of control.
Yeah, so y'all chill out. I don't know if these are like TikTok channels. I don't know.
I feel like people are trying to like have a moment. Like people are trying to do their like one up each other.
Yeah, remember people used to throw panties on stage. That was it.
Yeah, and bras and stuff.
Maybe pass some weed or something. All right, now Drake has gotten the key to the city of Memphis. I saw some people were like, wait, isn't he from Canada?
Right. Is that because because his dad has such a connection to Memphis? Is that the...
I don't know, but they said he's been honoring Memphis, and he's going to be honoring Memphis on his next album, For All the Dogs. He also has that poetry book that's coming out right now. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they also do that because they want you to come there.
Are you speaking from experience, Angela?
Yeah, sometimes you get honored because people just want you to show up. But they say that his music does honor the impactful musical history of Memphis. So that's why the connection is there. I'm not mad at it, right?
Yeah.
All right, Wiz Khalifa has to now use walking sticks. He has a pelvis injury. And so it looked pretty bad. He was trying to walk with two of the sticks. He said he has a small rip in the cartilage of his pelvis. He said he will be right back, though. The pain isn't from the actual tear. He said, so as soon as the spasms stop, I should be... good. He should be good to go.
Sounds painful.
Mm-hmm. And the next day, they said he was able to ditch those sticks.
Ditch those sticks?
Ditch those sticks.
Okay.
And Wiz be working out. He probably did a upper kick or something like that.
He is very fit. Very fit.
Remember how thin he used to be? Now he's all cut up.
Yeah. And he always got his shirt off.
And he brings everything on the road with him. Like all of his equipment.
Oh.
Yeah, for all of that. Like he makes sure he works out while he's on the road. That's important because being on the road will get you fat. Trust me, I know. All right. Well, that is your Yeetie. And when we come back, we have Under the Radar. These are the stories that are not necessarily in the headlines. They are flying under the radar. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Way Up.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T. Way Up.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here.
Yes, I'm here, Angela.
Doing what we do best. Yeetie.
Yeetie.
Yeetie. Nobody I'd rather do it with than you.
Thanks, friend.
All right, now let's talk about Jim Jones. So he was actually on the phone with Joe Budden on the Joe Budden podcast. Mm-hmm. And he was talking about his issues now with Pusha T. And just to give y'all a recap, it all started with Jim Jones saying that he didn't think Pusha T was in the top 50 rappers. But then he got more personal about his style of dress. No one wants to look like him. Well, after that, Pusha T did drop a song while he was at the Louis Vuitton show that Pharrell did in Paris.
Right.
Well, Jim Jones then came straight back at Pusha T and did a whole entire diss song with a video and everything. Mm-hmm. And he went very hard and direct. Well, now he's talking about what's going on, and here's what he had to say about it being all fun and games.
For once in my life, I'm in a place where I don't have to fumble with who I am. I ain't got to fumble with I could really just do music and have a good time. But it's all fun and games, and that's what I'm taking it as. You heard? It's a cute little display of wordery.
Well, people also want to know what's going to happen when Pusha T comes back with a response. And do you think Pusha T is going to come back with a response?
I do think Pusha T is going to come back with a response. And I don't know if Jim Jones is going to respond after that. Because I feel like Pusha T lyrically is, he's can be very, his words can sting. So I feel like he goes below the belt. And so he may go below the belt in the second round. So.
All right. Well, here's what Jim Jones has to say about that.
If he says something foul, you have to be able to just respond on...
Oh, if he say something foul, he got to be ready to play the game. You want to this is hip-hop. It's a slight chance it could go left.
It also kind of feels like maybe it's time, because when somebody beefs with someone, does that mean the crews are beefing?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So where does this leave Mano?
New Mano. Yeah, Mano's going to have Jim Jones back.
Oh, my gosh, Mano. He's like, I'm just trying to sit down.
Yeah, we try to keep Mano out of trouble, but I don't know.
And then Pusha T, obviously his brother, No Malice.
Yeah.
Is Pharrell involved now? Because this happened at his Louis Vuitton show.
I don't think Pharrell's involved.
He's like, I'm just trying to design clothes and hotels.
Pharrell's he gives very peaceful vibes.
I've never seen him beef with nobody, right?
I've never seen him.
All right, well, here's what Jim Jones had to say about that.
Who's going to spin the block for him? Is Pharrell going to spin the block for him? Is Malice going to say a prayer? Is Malice going to spin the block for him?
All right.
Okay.
Well, you know what? Time will tell.
Yep. It's the story that keeps on giving.
I feel like Mano's going to bring Jim Jones up.
That would be lovely.
Would it? Okay.
Yes,
Let's
it would.
see.
It'd be spicy.
All right, we hear Capo. All right, and let's talk about Cardi B. She's addressing rumors now. Some people were trying to say that she cheated on Offset. Now, there was this post that was allegedly in Offset stories. It said, my wife F a N-word on me. Gang, y'all N-words know how I come. Now, I think he was trying to say that, hypothetically speaking, if that were to happen. I don't think he meant that his wife did that.
Okay.
I also don't know that this is a real screenshot. They say it's a since deleted Instagram post.
It looks fake to me when I saw it.
Yeah, so we also don't know that it's real. But I will say that is how I interpreted it when I read it, as it being a hypothetical situation.
Right.
Now, Cardi B, in response, saying a portion of Keisha Cole's I Should Have Cheated. Men hate that song, by the way. Listen to this.
First of all, let me say, you can accuse me of all the things you know that you are guilty of. Sing it with me, y'all. And I see that it is easy for you to blame everything on me.
Don't men hate that song?
I love that song.
But men, I'm saying, they do not like that.
They don't like it. I will say, apparently this was a real post from him because Cardi actually responded to it, so.
All right, well, here is what Cardi had to say on Twitter Spaces. I wonder if she got paid to be on there. You know, they be paying people to be on these platforms.
Right.
But here's what she's saying about as far as cheating and, you know, whether or not she would even do something like that. Listen to this.
Don't pay attention to that country man, y'all. Come on now. I'm Cardi B now. If I was giving this to anybody, it will be out. I'm not just anybody. Can't me no regular, degular, schmegular, because they gonna tell the world. And I can't nobody in the industry because they gonna tell too. So please, boy, stop acting stupid.
All right, so there you have it. Cleared up the rumors.
Yep. She said don't pay attention to him.
Yeah. I feel like she's kind of having a little fun. It can be aggravating, I'm sure, to be having to deal with these rumors and then deal with all the drama. Every day you wake up, you're trending.
But it also got to be aggravating when your man goes online and just be saying stuff. like, give me your phone. Stop it.
But she do too.
She does. But,
you know,
but she don't. I feel like she doesn't say stuff about him though.
Look, y'all both need to put the phones down, get in the pool.
Yeah, be rich.
I had a house that nice. I would never pay attention to anything anybody had to say.
Be too rich to look at.
I'd be
Twitter.
like, all right,
these peasants.
Somebody make me something to eat and bring it to the pool. All right, well, the Game reboot has been canceled by Paramount Plus after 2 seasons. That decision was announced on June 23rd. And so, you know, I definitely used to watch The Game. I have to say, though, I haven't watched it on Paramount Plus.
Listen,
I don't have Paramount Plus.
We posted, the Jasmine brand posted this on the Instagram page and on the site, and everyone was in the comments saying, I didn't even know it was on. So maybe I
didn't know either.
Maybe that was part of the problem. Do you have Paramount Plus?
No.
If I have it, you have it. So I got to give you.
Yeah, can I please have that?
Yeah.
All right, it's not like Netflix. I had to get my own Netflix account.
Same.
Well, not really. My brother had to pay extra for me to be able to use his Netflix account still, but you know.
Yeah.
All right, well, that is your Yee Tea. And when we come back, I want to talk about this situation that happened in Chicago where mother and her son were waiting to get their food. And the 14-year-old son ended up shooting and killing someone who attacked his mom. They had initially been charged with murder. Those charges have been dropped, but we'll get into that. We want to give you some updates, some details. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Going way up, turn up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here.
Yes.
And this story was definitely one of the top stories that I've been seeing on the blogs. And this is a story with a video that shows Jeremy A. Brown punching a woman, right?
Right.
And we saw the footage of this. This was in Chicago. And then the woman's son, Carlisha Hood is the woman. Her son came in and actually shot and killed him. Now, at first, Carlisha Hood, who's 35 years old, and her 14-year-old son had been charged with murder. Those charges have since been dropped.
Right.
All right. To be clear, they also have done a press conference, and they also are going to be filing a lawsuit after those charges against her and her son were dropped. Here is Carlisha Hood speaking for herself.
Never in a million years would I have imagined being brutally attacked, beaten, and then arrested. I am thankful that the Cook County State's Attorney dismissed the case. I am also thankful to have my son with me and by my side, and also his charges being dismissed. I thank my family for supporting me and the people all over the world. I am now in the process of healing and putting my family's life back together.
Now, Carlisha Hood's attorney was also there, and she said that Carlisha was the victim in this case. All right. And as you can imagine, there's a lot of trauma. I was saying to you earlier, I can't imagine how this would affect a 14-year-old to come in, see your mom being attacked, and then shooting the person that's attacking your mom.
Yeah, that's trauma on multiple levels.
And, you know, Carlisha Hood, I mean, imagine you're attacked. Your son goes through this trauma, and then you get arrested and charged with murder?
Right. It was, yeah. This was a wild story.
But, you know, we're getting more details about what happened. She was arguing with a man in line, and her son came in. He was watching from the doorway. And then police and witnesses said the man started arguing with his mom. That was Jeremy Brown, who was arguing with Carlisha.
Right.
And then started repeatedly punching her in the head. All of that was captured on cell phone video. That went viral, which, by the way, nobody wants to have to see that.
Yeah, that's got to be hard to have to see over and over again. I mean, it was hard for me to watch, and I just watched it briefly one time.
Now, Brown was pronounced dead at the scene from multiple gunshot wounds. Carlisha Hood and her son were later charged with first-degree murder. They said no one else in the establishment did anything.
I saw.
So once he saw that happening to his mom, that's when he took action. All right. In addition to the murder charge, Carlisha had faced a felony count of contributing to the delinquency of a minor, but they dropped all of the charges. They said, based upon the facts, evidence, and the law, we were unable to meet our burden.
Okay.
Now, imagine something like this happens to your mom.
Listen.
I don't care what age you are.
Yeah.
You're going to do whatever you can
to protect your mother.
To protect your mother.
Right.
And according to a legal analyst from ABC7, Gil Soffer, he said, what this leaked video did was it really flipped the prosecutor's view of the case. Before seeing this, they clearly were of the view that the defendant was the aggressor. Now they are of the view that the person they had formerly seen as the victim was the aggressor. And so, yes. So anyway, they got to make sure from the trauma that they're going to have from an incident like this, you know, that the 14-year-old gets the help that he needs.
Absolutely.
And the mom as well. I would find it very difficult to even have to go anywhere or do anything.
Yeah. And she also she had license to carry. Not that she shot, but she did have a license to carry for the gun.
Right. So again, they were just defending themselves. And it's a shame that all those people were in there and no one did anything.
I know.
You know.
I know.
But fortunately for them, that case was dropped. But unfortunately, they had to go through all of that, and this has to be that even happened in the first place, and now a person is dead, and a 14-year-old has to deal with that type of trauma.
Yeah.
All right, but we just wanted to give you an update on the case and also let you hear what Carlisha Hood had to say in that press conference firsthand, and the fact that she does plan to file a lawsuit after the Cook County State Attorney General office dropped the charges. So again, we will keep you updated on what's happening with that. All right, we do have Eric Bellinger still joining us this morning.
Okay.
To make things very pleasant.
Yes.
For us.
Change the mood a little bit.
Yeah, to change the mood a little bit. We are in Detroit, so we got a lot going on out here today. So thank y'all for rocking with us. And when we come back, we do have Eric Bellinger. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
You vibing Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here. Hey, Jasmine.
Hey, Angela. I love Detroit, by the way.
I know. I told you. I'm like, listen, we're about to really be outside. You know, I've been love Detroit, but
I love Detroit.
I like when my friends come with me here, and they're like, I'm coming back. Yeah. You know how many people come back here without me after they come with me for the first time?
I have yet to be here without you, but I look forward to it.
All right. Well, we do have Eric Bellinger coming up, and he's a singer, songwriter, but I realized some of my favorite singers are also really big songwriters, like First.
Okay.
And I was just thinking about some of them, like The Dream.
He writes hits, okay?
Yes. People like, I guess, Rico Love, I would say, too. Sean Garrett.
You know who I love?
Money Long.
Missy Elliott.
Missy Elliott,
Missy
yes.
Elliott.
Babyface. You know, one of the most iconic, legendary ones, Smokey Robinson.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so let's not forget about that. But Babyface, Victoria Monet, just so many people who are singer-songwriters. If you guys want to hit us up too, so we can shout out some of the best ones who we know. I'm just thinking, I realize there's a lot of people who started off. You know who else? Pink Sweats.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. He's really, also, you know, I was going to say from TGT, our guy Tank.
Yeah, Tank has a lot of hits.
Yeah, so shout out to all the singer-songwriters, okay? Because I feel like sometimes you are more connected to somebody when they write their own songs because they're writing about their life.
Right, for sure.
You know, but collaborations are good too. Like I think Toni Braxton, when she did her album and did that with Babyface, we were able to see where she was in her life, and we were like, I relate to that.
Yeah,
so.
for sure. You know who also is amazing, but I mean, Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Listen, we do have to give it up for Taylor
we got
Swift,
to.
writing about all her exes.
Yes, I mean, she can.
Yeah, they be mad, but I mean.
They be hits, though.
And Carrie Hilson.
Yeah, Miss Carrie, baby.
All right, well, listen, guys. With all that being said, Eric Bellinger has written some of your favorite songs, but he also is a great artist in his own right, and we'll be talking to him when we come back. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Back and now back at it.
You vibing Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here.
Yes.
Mano is here.
New Mano.
Look at you doing interviews.
Look at that.
And Eric Bellinger is here.
It's easy. What up?
Well, thank you for joining us.
No
of
problem.
course. I think I've had you on Lip Service previously.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the episode you were on was with Trouble also, right?
Trouble. Yep, he was there.
Yeah,
yep.
Trouble was there. That was a wild episode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was just listening, low key, like going back and forth, like I chime in when I see fit.
All right, well, let's get into it because you have had really a pretty long career, and I'm sure you've seen a lot of artists come and go.
Yeah.
During the time that you first started, what year was like the first single or song that you had out in a group?
2010. In a group?
Yeah, in the group.
Oh, the group.
First was the group.
Man, that's like 2003.
See, you can't forget.
What was the
those
name of the
7
group,
years.
and how did y'all come up with that name?
The group was called Anu, AKNU. We thought we was slick.
So
a kind
clever.
never understood. A kind never understood. We were signed to Epic. We were signed to Max Goose, and it was a vibe. It didn't work out. B2K broke up. It was tough for R&B groups at the time.
Wow. Oh, wow.
And after that, I just got into another group. And then I got into another group. I was like group after group, and then 2010, I was like, I gotta just do me.
What were the other groups?
So you got O&E, and then another one called Avenue. But none of the songs never really surfaced like that. You know, we was just like working so long and trying to get a deal, and got a deal, and it got shelved, and it was just like
Were you
drama.
writing when you were in those groups, or that happened later?
I was writing, I was engineering for the groups.
When you finally made that leap,
okay,
what made you say, okay, forget all this other stuff? I done been in 3 groups. When you finally said, I'm gonna do it, what was the reason why?
Writing. Like, I had a passion to write songs for other artists. A lot of my friends was getting placements on like huge artists, and I was like, and I couldn't go right because of the group. It was like they didn't want me to like go outside of the group. It was like, nah, we got to do everything for us. And after a while, that started getting tired. You know,
you're like, I'm doing all this work.
Like, I feel you. We got songs on songs, but it didn't feel right.
Who's the first big artist that you wrote for, and how did you get that look?
Chris Brown. No, Usher. Usher was first. I did Let Me See first, and then everything else kind of trickled down because a lot of the artists that I worked with after that was signed to RCA as well. So Mark Pitts was like, okay, cool. He killed it with Usher. Let's get him with Justin Bieber. Let's get him with Chris Brown. And I was knocking him out.
Right now, we are talking to the legend, Eric Bellinger. And how was your publishing situation at that time and writing and knowing how to charge? I know that was a little bit of a...
That was terrible. You got to go through your little horror stories, low key. You know what I mean? Like, I did a deal, and it was the worst deal, but I didn't have no placements. I didn't have no songs out. They looked at it like, we taking a chance on you, so let's, give you this little deal, see what you do. 9 years later, 2019, I finally completed the deal.
What? Wow. 9 years?
Wow. 9 years. And you got to understand, I was getting placements after placements, like
Yeah,
a
you
gang
got
of
plenty.
them. But they was just like, oh, that don't count. Like they was finding stipulations like the MDRC, or it has to be on a single, not just on the. It was so many things in the
And then people be putting out mixtapes, and then maybe
if it's
like
a mixtape, it don't count as a real album. I'm like, I did my part though. Like he cut the song, he dropped the song, yeah, but it was on a mixtape. I'm like, it was just so many little things like that I was like, this is crazy, because technically I had finished recouping like in a year. So I was like doing my quota, but they was like, nah, the percentage of the MDRC.
What's the MDRC?
It's basically when you think about how many percentages. So it's 100% of a song, right? Say for example, I have 400% MDRC is what they call it. My deal was like 100% 4 songs, but when you break it down, one song is 50% producer, 50% artist. I mean, songwriter. So now that 4 songs turns to 8 songs.
Okay.
So now out of that 50%, if there's 3 co-writers, that joint is like
You gotta split that up.
17%. You know what I mean? So now it just keeps getting diluted and diluted. Once you start looking at the fine print on the contract.
And
So
sometimes
that
if you
was
work with
crazy
bigger artists, they want a bigger percentage too.
for not writing a bar.
Right.
I'm like,
They
man,
want
if you didn't write nothing, I'm trying to meet my quota.
Right.
But you'll be like, look, I'll write for this person and take a lower percentage because that's a huge look.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because even with lower percentages, like the money that I was making from the songs, it was like a lot to the point where they got their money back from me. So it was like I always had recouped, but it was just that the percentage rule with the money. But now, that's an old fashioned thing. That deals don't do that no more. It ain't no more MDRC. Most deals is just straight recoup. So
you've been in the game a long time, and I listen to your music. You really consistent. Do you feel like you underrated though?
I'm an independent artist. I feel like it's a different energy. I don't think I'm underrated. I just feel like it's maybe underpromoted. I don't know. Like people don't know. Like people don't know as much as you would see. Like you're not gonna drive by a billboard and see Eric Bellinger. You're not gonna drive by a bus bench. You're just not, because the budgets that I'm doing, it ain't that. You know what I'm saying?
Do you want that though? Like, do you want to have people drive by and see you on a billboard, or do you like
it'll be
this
cool.
space?
It'll be cool.
Hell yeah.
It'll be cool.
Coming down
Like, I ain't gonna say
Sunset.
no.
See that big billboard.
It'll be cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would imagine you could get that type of situation. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah,
you.
I never tried. I never took no
Why
label
not
meetings.
though? If that's what you would want, like what made you say I'm staying in this independent route where you're still going on tours, selling out shows. You have major artists on your albums and you're on theirs. So what holds you back from even
doing all that? Well, I don't know. I think I fell in love with the freedom. It's like a partnership. Empire does like a partnership to where they like, whatever you want to do, we gonna support it, so the budgets just ain't as grand, you know what I mean? But it's still like me feeding what I need, the necessities. Now I'm recouping faster. Now I'm getting monthly payments. Like artists signed to majors, they not getting monthly payments.
That's right. And you're feeding your core, core base.
Core base.
So you're able to tour because your shows is always sold out. So you're in pocket.
And some artists sign those major deals and don't never see no money from their actual label.
From their actual label. So now you think about it, I done dropped 37 albums, and now I got all these streams that have accumulated over the years, and I own the masters. So now I can say, hey, let's do a deal where we sell a couple albums now shipped off with millions of dollars, and I'm buying cribs and I'm doing all these things, and I'm owning it all because I own the music. Now you could think, okay, you would be more famous maybe if you had them pumping all this money into your music, into your studio sessions, and now you're huge, but you're not gonna get no
famous
money.
But broke.
Exactly.
But let me tell you where they just seen you recently on TMZ. I'm like, and I knew they were going to do that.
I was like, maybe they won't post it.
Yeah, right.
He said, Joe texted to me, and they were like, oh, here
we
go that
seen
video.
that, like, okay.
Look, I was like, I know that people are going to keep on asking you. Because I'm like, first of all, you're married to Megan Good's sister, and then everything that's happening with her, I was like, I know everywhere he goes now, they're going to be like, so what do you think about it?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, at first I was like, oh, that was crazy. Like, okay, I didn't think it would happen again. And then it happened again.
It keeps happening.
I was like, oh, this is like the Usher thing, the Tiny Desk. And now everybody, hey, hit the note, bro, hit the note. Like, It's the tiniest note, and it's what do you think I'm trying to do? You know, I'm like, oh man, I'm just trying
He
to put
don't know
the song
nothing.
out.
Got
I got the
nothing to
single
do with
out
that.
right now.
He don't
Y'all
know nothing about that.
He's like, I'm not with them in court.
I'm not.
Yeah,
So
it's business.
it's tough for me to even answer accurately because it's
Right.
like
He don't even know.
Yeah, exactly.
You do be having pillow talk
He
at home.
don't
You
know
that.
about that.
He know. He don't be saying nothing. He know.
Yeah, what's he gonna do?
Listen.
Betray the family?
Right.
Never.
Eric Bellinger is here. And by the way, we just saw him perform at BET Awards weekend.
We did. He's so talented.
At the Empire Party. When we come back, we have some more with Eric Bellinger. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yeah, she back at it. Bring in the Mac. Way Up with Angela Yee is on.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand and Mano are here with us, and we are talking to Eric Bellinger.
We were having a conversation the other day about posting your significant other on social media. There was like a study that's like people who post all the time are trying to get validation. It was like something that said those are the people who usually aren't, as happy.
Yeah.
And, clearly you've been in a relationship for a long time. You guys are, it seems like, we never know in Hollywood.
Yeah.
But it seems like you guys are good and stable. When did you get to the point where you were like, okay, now the world can know?
We have been dating a while. We have been doing all that, and somebody else actually posted us first.
Whoop.
And I was like, oh, you just don't. It was like a congratulations joint, you know what I mean? Like, congratulations, y'all are having a baby. I'm like, can I say it?
No, they did not. That's okay. No,
I invited you to the baby shower. This is all family, and now we on the ground.
Crazy, because especially announcing a baby.
Wow.
So wait,
Yeah.
people didn't even know you and Lamaya were dating until she was pregnant?
No. I don't know if they knew. I don't know if that it was announced.
Right.
Because we don't be announcing.
It wasn't out there.
Yeah,
like that.
we don't be like how you said when people post. That's not our thing.
Right.
We not against it. We just not like look at us. And I think that's why it's just organic. Like,
Right, and I think that's better.
Yeah.
You don't have nothing to prove.
Well, Mano has a different reason for not posting.
Yeah.
But I think you have a more organic reason for posting.
Stop saying the same thing as my man.
No, you're not. It's not coming from the same place.
It's the man in the room.
I gotta
okay?
do that. This
You
is
know
my
it.
guy. It's the same thing because at the end of the day, we not seeking validation. Like this,
Mano
we
don't
know
want to
what
be
we
arguing
got.
with nobody. That's why he doesn't post.
Nah, cause some people be on there trying to like get clout.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
You know, like really be like get something like, yo, I'm dating this person, and you sleep your way to the top. Anyway.
Right.
But ours is really like, this is just my partner for real.
See,
like,
this is-
if somebody catches us on camera or if we go somewhere, we might post it, but it's never for y'all.
Right.
How did Tiny Desk benefit you?
Like I said, independent, like it's an underground thing. When you think Eric Bellinger, if you know, you know.
Yeah,
You know what I
it
mean?
is.
It's not like number one.
You
number
have a
one, number
diehard
one.
fan base, and
But
then
the
also
songs.
industry people know you too.
Yeah, the songs. Thank you. The songs is just like undeniable music, and it's never been about anything other than the music with me. So now when you think like Eric Bellinger, the underground hero, Usher calls, now I'm on the main stage. Now I'm in the spotlight. Now he's like, I want to introduce y'all to Eric Bellinger, incredible singer, songwriter, my brother. I want him to do his thing, So that literally hit like a reset button and made the people that been supporting me have something to champion, and then the people that were just finding out about me, it's
they
like
discovered.
It's a good space to be
discover
in.
on their
that's-
own.
yeah,
That
that's
discovery
good.
point is always important for an artist. Like where did you first find this artist? Where did you first hear them? And so for me to be right there with Usher, it's like a cosign that's it don't get no higher.
It was organic.
We are talking to Eric Bellinger. Now, normally we would have Ask Ye after this, but instead we're going to grace you with some more Eric Bellinger. When we come back, it's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yeah, she back at it. Bring in the Mac. Way Up with Angela Yee is on.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here. And new Mano. Mano's here with us also because we are talking to Eric Bellinger. Everyone loves him.
What's the biggest check that you've gotten for a song? Like, what song would you say has brought you the most money long term?
Oh, like overall.
Overall, would you say this is like I remember interviewing James M. Toomey, and Juicy was a song for him that kept, put his son through college, the kids through college and everything.
Nah, maybe GOAT. My song GOAT for me, like that's my biggest song, and that song definitely like got me a crib.
Classic.
That one song, that song alone.
I didn't know the name of that song. Angela's like, have you heard of it? I was like, no. She's like, oh, of course I have. I didn't know that it was called Go. Okay.
Yeah. And I think it's tough to scale how much you made from one song like that. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
when you write a gang of songs, the company, BMI, ASCAP, whoever you with, they sending you a check that has like all the income from all the songs.
From everything, right?
So
And
it's
you have
like,
so many.
Yeah.
But it's always, but it's from your own song, not from writing for.
Oh no. That, I mean, from my own song, it's
Yeah.
easier to judge. But like other songs, it's tough.
Do you ever want to keep stuff that you write?
I have wanted to.
Do you regret?
yeah.
Do you have,
like,
is there any song that you regret giving away? Like you wanted to keep it?
Not regret. But it is songs that I reached out like, hey, what's up with Love More? Are y'all gonna use that? And it was like, yeah, we just got Nicki Minaj on it. Oh,
Okay,
all right,
keep
never
it,
mind.
yeah.
Y'all can have that. but like, I have asked for that one before. Let Me See. I really like that one, but it was like my first time actually going to a studio, like writing for Usher, and I was like, man, I want this, you know. But I think after hearing him cut it, that birthed something new inside of me to where it was like, all right, I want to keep doing that. You know what I mean? And if, you know, I run out of bars, I don't need to be in the room. I don't deserve it.
Right now, we are talking to the legend, Eric Bellinger.
What do you do outside of, because clearly you love being in the studio, but outside of all that, what does Eric Bellinger do in life that's like, this is how I...
I like to golf. Khaled made it viral, but I've been golfing since high school.
Isn't that crazy? But I feel
so you good?
Yeah.
I just golfed for the first time last year.
Nice.
Spent the whole day golfing.
Nice.
Good.
You have
He needs
fun?
to
Right, yeah, I did
meditate.
have fun.
He needs to meditate. That's why, because people say that's good for meditation.
It is.
Why? No, I need to meditate.
Yeah, you
Why?
do.
Why do I need meditation?
You need to do it right now. Relax.
I'm here getting bullied.
We gotta
This
calm
is
him down.
crazy.
You see the videos of Mano?
Chill out. Yeah. Chill out. Nobody sees it. Nobody saw that.
Calm him down.
But also, since high school, so why? And you're from Compton, right?
Yeah.
So you were golfing in Compton.
So I lived in Compton, but I went to school 30 minutes away. So every day I was like commuting to Norwalk, Santa Fe Springs, which is like east in LA off the 105 freeway. And I basically was playing for the school. The school had a team.
Oh wow, that's
You were
dope.
good.
So I saw previously in an interview you said your mom wanted you to do gospel music.
Yeah.
So is that something that you would consider ever trying to do?
I would.
Like that?
I would for sure. I always follow my heart. You know, they still support me. I grew up in church, singing in church, so it's natural. You know, when you in church, we want you to use that voice for the Lord. You know, like that's always what it was. And then when I first started singing R&B, the church for sure had something to say to me.
That's secular music.
Oh my God!
They didn't like it.
Nah,
They didn't like you doing it.
they condemned me. They rebuked it. out of
Really?
me.
It was that
Right,
bad?
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you for coming through. I
No
know.
problem,
And he already committed before the show started. You and Lamaya are going to come do lip service as a couple.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. We coming
She's
back.
unaware of this arrangement. But
Yeah, she'll know soon.
We gonna make it happen. We gonna make it happen.
he going to tell it. Oh, he said he
We gotta
kinda
do it
gyrating
because think
things.
about it. When you by yourself and your significant other is away, you know you can go. But when they there,
You can go
Then you can
crazy.
we can tag
Okay.
team.
Tap me in.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you guys make sure y'all download that 1-800-HIT-EASY line too.
That's right.
And you have another album, like a solo coming.
Yeah, for sure. Working on my album now as we speak. New music, and I'm challenging it. I'm pushing it. You know, as a person that just drops all the time, the only competition at this point is myself, for real. So I'm trying to make sure I'm beating my concepts, I'm beating my melodies, I'm beating everything, because it's not about nothing else. It ain't about nobody else but me. It's just my journey, and I'm dedicated to the journey as well as the destination.
But we appreciate your consistency.
Thank you, man. Thank y'all for having me, and thanks for the love, Angela. For real, thank you for the love. It's always love. You know, being from LA, West Coast, long way from home, I always feel right at home. Thank y'all.
I feel like you worldwide, so you good.
I like that. I
All
like
right.
worldwide.
Thank you, Eric
Appreciate y'all.
Bellinger.
And when we come back, y'all get the last word. 800-292-5150 is the number. We always want to hear from you, whether it's Shine a Light, whether it's about Gurus of the Gram, whether it's an Ask Yee question. We love to hear from you. It's Way Up with Angela Yee. Last word is next.
Pick up the phone.
Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard.
What the word is.
Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here.
Good morning, Angela.
Hey, girl.
How,
Hey.
how you feeling?
I feel okay.
Okay, all right.
I'm sad that We did have some technical difficulties today, but we plowed through it.
Yes, we made it work.
And fixed it. And thank you to everybody who was hitting me up to let me know.
Yeah, we need the feedback for sure.
You know what? I was just happy y'all listening.
That's exactly what Angela's like. People listening to the show. I said, yeah, they are.
I am grateful though, because we've been hearing that the show's doing well, and honestly, like, definitely, this was a risk to take, leaving a show as big as The Breakfast Club and doing my own thing. And a lot of people are like, no, why would you do that? But I do appreciate all the love and support I've been getting as I've been out and about also. Just in LA. Now I'm in Detroit. I get so much love here. I love it here.
Listen, everywhere we go in Detroit, any city we're in, people stop and, and show you love. But Detroit,
I appreciate it.
Detroit has a special love for Angela Yee. I'll tell you that.
Listen, I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah.
And then we go to New Orleans, another city that I love.
New Orleans loves you.
Yeah, so I love New Orleans, by the way. So I was going to do this detox. I'm going to call it off. I keep calling it off.
You tried to do one yesterday.
I keep calling it off.
And then you went to the candy bar. I was like, why are you eating candy?
And then you keep being like, let's have a drink.
I did.
Yeah. Then next thing I know, I'm eating bread. I'm eating spinach dip. I'm eating all kind of things.
So good.
All right. But anyway, thank you to Eric Bellinger for joining us today. Appreciate him.
Super talented.
And just a genuinely nice person.
A nice human being.
A nice human being. And thank you to you guys for rocking with us and being patient even throughout whatever issues we were having.
Yeah.
We do love and appreciate that y'all really care. Shout out to the gurus of the gram, people who called in today and managed to get through while our phone lines were up and running. And we'll be back. And I promise you, tomorrow we're not going to have no technical difficulties. All right?
Promise?
I promise.
Okay.
And shout out to my girl Chella from Chicago. She's going to be joining me tomorrow as a special guest host.
Yay!
So it's definitely going to be unfiltered. All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. Time for the last word. 800-292-5150. Let's go.
Yes, I love to shine a light on myself. My name is Shantuan Shields. I am a small business owner based out of Texas. I am a published model / heart transplant recipient. I received my organ November 3rd, 2017. I have a wonderful donor family, and I'm a single mother to a beautiful son. I am a published model, a brand director, a creative director, a brand ambassador. So, yes, I just wanted to shine some light on myself because it's been a very, very long, hard road.
Hello, Angela. My name is Jeffrey McLean down in Virginia. I'd like to shine a light on a principal, Al Alexander at Western Branch High School in Chesapeake, Virginia. He's a great mentor, a father figure to many, although he's not a father. And I'd like to shine a light just to things that he do to inspire young black women and men. Thank you.
Personally, I don't think it's cheating because there's not a ring on, nothing like that. So how can it be cheating? Y'all not married. Y'all guys just boyfriend and girlfriend. Until they put a ring on it, it's still free game. I'm sorry, but that's the way I see things. Mr. Timberlake, stay safe.
Angela Yee is way up.
On the way up.